Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
It was a beautiful summer day. On that very day, in a tiny little town in England. Yeah, there's no words on it. Just change it when I tell you, okay? Not yet.
No, I didn't like
You can see. Okay. On that very day, in a tiny little town in England, lived a little girl named Krissy. She was like many little girls. She loved to play outside, and she loved Legos. Next one.
Okay. Now
Here we go.
okay. Now I put this one on your head.
The other way.
Stop it!
There we go.
We see the other
And she loved Legos, and she loved riding her bike. But she was starting first grade. See, she's a little younger than you guys. She was starting first grade, and soon she was a little worried about what first grade was going to be all about.
So fun.
So her dad told her all about first grade. It wasn't all play like kindergarten. She had already learned a number of things in kindergarten, like, for example, the word kindergarten came from nearby Germany. So she lived in England. Germany was close by. Nearby Germany, and was a German word, not yet, was a German word by a German teacher called Friedrich Frobel.
What?
And kindergarten means a garden of children. Kindergarten. How many people knew that?
They did that for a riddle.
Well, first grade wasn't a garden, that's for sure. It was learning and work and even homework.
Yeah.
The thought of having to do homework at her age seemed somewhat silly and a little terrifying. After all,
I did homework when I was
what if she didn't know the answers? What if her dad couldn't help her and she failed her class? All of these dark thoughts were racing through her mind one night as she tried to sleep before a big day at the beach with her friends. That night, okay, you can change it. That night, as she was dreaming, she saw a monster. She saw a monster in her dream.
Look at her mouth.
Yeah, I know, it's a little weird. Come on, I did these drawings.
You do what? You did that?
Well, I had some help.
Well, yeah, that's good.
That night she was dreaming and she saw a monster. It wasn't that scary looking, actually. It looked like a cute little devil. But that devil came to her and started to talk. Krissy, I know you're worried about school and I'm here to help you. I will teach you what to do whenever you have schoolwork or homework and you don't want to do it. I'm going to teach you what to do when you have homework and you don't want to do it. Krissy was surprised that the monster was there to help her, because at first she was afraid of him. But now that she knows that he's helping her, she's listening. She didn't have to run away. Okay, what is your name? My name is I don't wanna. That's his name. I don't wanna.
I don't want to help.
And that's my lesson. All you have to do is say my name, and you never have to do any work. Someone says, do your homework, and you say,
I don't wanna.
right. He said, sometimes to learn the right way of doing something, you first have to learn the wrong way, and then he winked. The next monster wasn't as scary. Next monster.
Okay.
Oh, actually, that's the same guy. Okay. There we go. My name is Try Hard. And it's my job to help you by trying really, really, really hard and forcefully force the work out of your brain. I will let you see how truly difficult schoolwork is. And sometimes I help you get some of the work done, but never all your work. But you never do all your work. You will see how difficult all the schoolwork is, and I will stay with you for all your school years. Krissy was getting very nervous now. She already knew that school might be hard, but this is worse than she thought. She started to move away from the first two monsters, and then she bumped into a third, and he was very nice. He was beautiful. He was radiant energy and love.
Should I turn the page?
Not yet. Not yet. Radiant and knowledge. Right then, Krissy took a breath and she felt much better. She said, "So, who are you?" And just when he was about to answer, she heard her dad calling, "Wake up, Krissy!" And suddenly she was awake and the monsters were gone. "Dad, I have to tell you my dream. I had a dream of 3 monsters and they were telling me terrible things about school. But the third one seemed really nice, but you woke me up before he could say anything." "Krissy," her dad said, "don't worry. These are anxiety dreams. It happens sometimes when big changes come into your life. So tell me about the monsters. What did they say?" Now you can change it. Bless you.
Can I get a tissue?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Nice catch. Okay, I could change them for now. "Don't worry, they are anxiety dreams. So tell me about the monsters. What did they say?" "Well, one was called I Don't Wanna, and the other one was called Try Hard. The first one was very scary, but the second one was not as bad." "What about the third one?" asked Dad. "I didn't get to talk to him. He was the nicest one, but you woke me up too soon." Krissy was so upset that she almost started to cry. Her dad put her in his lap and said, "Don't worry, Krissy. The third monster is your angel, and he will be there when you need him." He wiped away a tear from her face and a smile broke through. "Thanks, Dad. I love you." "I love you too, Krissy." Aww. "Now, let's get ready for the beach. You and your friends will be waiting, and it's a beautiful sunny day." As you may know, the sun doesn't always come to England. Many days it's rain or cloudy. But today it was like her mysterious angel came to make the day special. When she saw the sun shining, she jumped out of bed and she made her dad toast and eggs. She loves to cook, even though she's very young.
How does she do that? I can do that. I can cook.
A lot of people. How many can cook eggs or toast?
I can
See,
cook.
a lot of people can cook. But today, okay. So she made her dad toast and eggs, and they had a wonderful day. She didn't think any more about the monsters. That night, with a little tan and smelling of the seashore and cocoa butter, she had a deep and restful sleep. She had a deep and restful sleep.
Should I turn
Not
the
yet.
page?
Does she have a mother?
No, she's all alone.
Is she an orphan? Wait,
No, she's
but
with her
where's-
dad.
But
She
where's
lives
her
with her
mom?
dad.
Where her mom?
Oh,
She
we don't
died.
know.
She
We don't know
died?
where her mom
Did
is.
she die?
That's another
Or
story.
was it the angel?
That's another story. Maybe her mom's away.
Maybe her mom
We don't
died.
know.
Maybe her mom was the angel.
Maybe her mom passed away.
Maybe her mom is the angel. That's a
Maybe her
possibility.
mom on purpose went on vacation and and cannonballed right into a volcano.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay, back to my story. You can tell your story later, okay? You're next to tell the story. So, she didn't think any more about the monsters. She had a deep and restful sleep. She didn't have any monster dreams that night, just peaceful sleep. A few weeks passed quickly, and before she knew it, school started. The first couple of weeks were fun, learning new things, meeting new friends, and playing zombie in the
Oh my God.
schoolyard. Very good.
Can we turn it now?
Not yet. Every day was more new words, and she learned to read and new numbers and her new friends. Play dates were fun too. Then it happened. She got homework. Well, you were listening. Well, you were listening. Somebody else. At first, the homework was easy. Krissy loved to read, so that part of the homework was always fun. She even loved big, heavy books. But the words were getting harder, and the math was getting harder. Numbers didn't sit in her brain as easily as words, and she would get stuck sometimes. One day, when a very hard problem came, she didn't know the answer. Uh-oh. Her dad was at work, and her nanny was cleaning the house. She didn't want to stop the nanny and ask for help. So she just sat there and stared at the paper. Now you can change it.
Okay.
So she had what's called anxiety. Well, some people do that when they're thinking. She didn't want to stop and ask for help. Little by little, staring at the blank answer field and not knowing what to write, she almost started to drift asleep. Suddenly, she remembered, I don't wanna. So she slowly said, I don't wanna. Come on, everybody.
I don't wanna.
See, you got no problem with that one. Krissy slumped over and just said over and over again, I don't wanna. That's when she realized that she didn't have to do her homework at all. The nanny came over and asked her what was wrong. Krissy mumbled, I don't wanna, and she went to the couch. She didn't do her homework, she just brushed her teeth, she put on her PJs and plopped into bed. The next day, Krissy didn't hand in her homework. A teacher sent home a note, and her dad read it. But he didn't talk to Krissy. She expected him to yell and ask her about it, something, but he didn't say anything.
Turn the page.
No, we're good.
Should I turn the page
Not
right
yet.
now?
She expected him to punish her, or at least talk to her. He didn't. She could see the disappointed look on his face, though. That was disappointed.
Should I now turn it?
No. There's only one more.
There's only one more thing.
Yeah. Not yet.
Stop. Don't
The next
spoil
day-
it more.
Oh, she could see the disappointed look on his face, and it almost broke her heart. She decided not to do that anymore. The next day, the homework was even worse. It was math sentences and functions and other stuff that she just didn't understand. She remembered the second monster, so she decided to try hard. And she sat down. The blank answer space on the page looked huge. It looked like it was laughing at her. The longer she looked at it, the bigger the white space became. The numbers seemed to move around the page, making no sense. She counted on her fingers, on her toes. She counted in binary and in decimal, but it didn't matter. Nothing made sense. She tried harder and harder and harder, but the blank space just got bigger in her mind. The numbers danced faster and faster until they were a blur. But Krissy never gave up. She tried harder and harder, and she was able to get the first problem, finally. Okay, now what we're going to do, and you're going to help, we're all going to put on a number, and we're just going to run around and make believe that we don't even understand what the numbers are. Okay, just pass them. Yes, you can be number one. But there's going to be more than one number one.
Can I be number 10? I want to be number 10.
There is no number 10.
Can I be number
you get?
So I need number 9. I'm going to be I'll be number 7.
Okay. All right. There might be an extra one.
Can I have any random one?
There's a random one.
Yeah, you got random.
Here, Cal. I'll give you numbers here. Okay, is anybody missing a number? What do you want to be? Two or 3? Okay. You can be both. Okay, now everybody make believe that you don't understand the numbers and just walk around. Oh, you didn't get a number? Okay. Here.
Can you be 2?
Okay, you are whatever number you are. Okay, now just walk around and just be a dancing number. Be a dancing number. Whoops. Okay, somebody needs to be 8. Okay, everybody come back. What? Oh, the bell. I brought my own remote control. Okay, everybody come back.
Where did you get that?
I brought it from home.
Oh, can you try it?
I have my own remote control.
Can you do that again?
Oh, no. Keep the numbers on because we're going to need them in a minute. Keep your numbers
Are
on.
you going to dance around?
Yeah, we're going to dance around again. Okay. Okay, everybody. Everybody, we're going to finish the story now. Everybody take a deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Now relax. Okay. No, keep your numbers. We're going to use them in a minute. We had a failure. Okay. Okay, everyone, we're going to finish the story and then we're going to do the numbers again. So she got the first problem finally. She was exhausted. Krissy was actually sweating. She didn't want to see that sad look on her dad's face, but she just gave up and went to sleep. And that night, you know what happened? She met her monsters again. Yeah, you can put the next one. First, the first one said, Krissy, I try. This is important, okay? Listen to this part. It's very important. Are we all settled down? Bottoms. Stop. Allow the papers to be still. Allow the papers to be still. Everyone, allow the papers to be still. Very good. So, at first, Krissy said, I tried, I don't wanna, and you know what happened? It didn't work. No, Krissy, it didn't. This is the first monster. Get the red monster back and put him here. Get the red monster. Ah, he's there. Remember, you were sorting them. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the first monster said, I don't wanna, took her hand and led her to see. Now she's in a dream. She saw in the future what that would lead to, saying I don't wanna all the time. She saw all these piles of paper that never got finished, all her homework that couldn't get done. And she said, oh my God, I don't want that. I don't want to say I don't wanna. I want to get the homework done. And he said, well, I'm here to tell you that I don't wanna doesn't work. That's why I'm here, to give you a gift, to see that when you say I don't wanna, it just piles up and piles up and piles up. I'm glad you saw it. The next one, thank you. Very good. Next, Try Hard came to her. He showed Krissy how his way to make the numbers shift around, like you guys were all dancing around with the numbers. He said the way the numbers shift around and make the answers seem so distant. He explained that his way could work, but it was a lot of work and not fun at all. Then Krissy turned and she finally saw the beautiful angel. There we go. He was clear and glowing with a beautiful energy. She ran to him and kneeled down. He said, get up, I'm here to help you. And we have a lot to do. We're all here to help you. So what's your name? My name is Do Easy. I will teach you how to finish your homework every day. Wow, that sounds amazing. Thank you so much. How can I do that? Do Easy answered, first, you have to stop trying hard. When you try hard, what are you thinking? Krissy said, well, I'm thinking that I won't be able to finish my homework and that the math is very hard. Right, the angel said. Then what? She says, oh, okay. I make the numbers dance in my imagination, faster and faster until I can't really understand them. Exactly. And when you make the numbers dance around in your mind, your homework is harder, isn't it? When you just relax, sometimes when you get stuck, it seems like the numbers are just dancing around like when you guys were dancing. So I don't understand. If it's really hard, what should I do? First, take a deep breath. Next, imagine all the numbers are slowing down, stopping, and they're easy to read. Words and numbers are only hard if you think they're hard. So imagine that you're really big and the problem on the page is small and the numbers are small. Finally, imagine how they could all fit together and be happy. So when you're trying to do a math problem, if you imagine the numbers want to be together, sometimes you'll see what numbers go together and it'll be a lot easier. Krissy saw the crazy number dance stop. She saw all the numbers starting to fit together, like 10 pairs, like 1 plus 9, and 8 plus 2, and what's another 10 pair? 7 plus 3, 5 plus 5, 4 plus 6, 8 plus 2. Right, they're all 10 pairs, and she saw them all lining up and being happy together. So now, everyone's going to walk around and find your 10 pair. Oh, you guys are together. Hold hands with your 10 pair. Oh, maybe. Oh, you could join another 6. That's okay. Or join a 9. Are there any 9s? You could. There. Look, see? Now, that's what happened in Krissy's mind. All the numbers lined up, and they were all very happy. So the angel smiled. Yes, Krissy, this is the key. When you relax and let the numbers work together. Okay, eyes on me. 5, 6, 7. Everyone to heaven. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. Okay. I'm happy everyone found their 10s. Yes, Krissy, that's the key. When you relax and let the numbers work together, your brain will give you the answers. Okay, everyone sit down for a minute. Everyone come and sit down. We're almost over. We're almost done.
Did you make the story up?
Yeah, I did.
It's really nice.
Oh, thank you.
Can you sit down next to 10 pairs?
Next to who?
And if you found some that equals 10.
Sure. Everyone sit down. Everyone sit down. Okay, we're almost done. Everyone sit down. Thank you. Oh, that's a good one. Which one do you like better? Okay. Sure. Okay, is everyone listening? We're almost done.
Let's see, number 5 is ready.
Ellie.
Number 2 is ready.
Okay. So, Do Easy, the angel, taught Krissy how to make all the numbers line up, just like you guys just did. And all of a sudden, the numbers danced together. She could see all the tens, and then she started to see 15 pairs and other numbers too. They all made sense. The more relaxed and she started to have fun, the more the numbers made sense, and she loved it. Do Easy smiled. Yes, Krissy, that's the key. When you relax and let the numbers work, your brain will let you see the answers. You will do easy all your homework. Suddenly, at that moment, the angel faded and she woke up. It was late at night and her dad was fast asleep. But she ran to the table, she turned on a light, and all the numbers danced together, and she was so happy. She finished her homework in minutes, and then she went back to sleep, and she dreamed of beaches and friends and bicycles just like other little girls. The next morning, Krissy got up extra early, made her dad's breakfast, and ran into his room and jumped on the bed. Good morning, Daddy! And he rubbed his eyes. He said, what's going on? Is it my birthday? Did I forget it's my birthday? No, Krissy said, but in a way it's like it's my birthday because I finally learned how to do all my homework. Just do easy. And she explained her dream and how all the monsters were there to help her. Dad, they were all angels. They came to teach me how to think of my homework, and it all made sense. Even the devil face angel explained how not to do it so I could really understand. Well, Krissy, I'm not sure I understand, but it sounds great. Should we try to do your homework before school? No, Dad, I finished it all. I'm done. And it was all so easy. And don't ever try because you make the work harder. Just take a breath and let the numbers or words do the work. If you can't think of it, tell yourself, I don't have the answer yet. If you can't listen to me, this is very important. Hello. If you can't get an answer, tell yourself, I don't know the answer yet. Let me hear it.
I don't know the answer yet.
That tells your brain to keep working. If you say, I don't know the answer, the brain stops working. But if you say, I don't know the answer yet, your brain keeps working on it. Isn't that cool? No. You could tell your brain what to do. No.
The brain tells you what to do.
Ah, that's not true. That's a belief. No, you tell your brain what to do.
No.
Your brain is always... Who's always listening to you? Your own brain is listening. And when you tell your brain what to do, it'll do it. Sure. It does have ears. Krissy, okay, listen. We're almost done. Krissy and her dad had a wonderful breakfast, and Krissy skipped all the way to school. You guys know how to skip? Okay, good. We're not going to skip. But that's what she did all the way to school. And she remembered, anytime she doesn't understand something, take a deep breath and say, I don't have the answer yet. Everyone.
I don't have the answer yet.
Good. Thank you. If she didn't see the answer yet, she would ask a grown-up or a friend until it was clear and happy again in her brain. She would always make it fun. And Krissy and her angels and her dad and her friends all live happily ever after. The end. And that's how that happened.
Can we have a copy? Look. Can I have a copy?
Yes.
Can I steal one?
Well, first, okay, everyone's going to get a copy, but not today. I couldn't make them all this morning. But everyone will get a copy. Mark gets a copy because he was my helper. Of course, you'll get a copy. I'll get you a copy later.
What about me?
Okay, the first one to give me a 15 pair.
What do you mean a 15 pair?
15 pair, two numbers that make 15. Okay, wait. 16 pair.
8 and 8.
Who said 8 and 8?
Me.
Okay. Okay, 17 pair. 17 pair. Okay. You'll all get a copy. Don't worry. Everybody will get a copy. I just don't have enough right now. Okay? Okay, that's it, everybody. Krissy is going to be here forever.
Can everyone say thank you so much to our daddy?
You're very welcome. It was fun.
May we keep our numbers?
Oh, sure, yeah. You guys can keep the numbers.
I don't want to keep it. I'm not keeping it.
You don't have to?
If you would like to keep your number, you can put it in your book bag. If you'd like to keep your number, you can go and put it in your book bag. In your mailbox.
Thank you, Mr. Helper.
We can staple it. We can staple it.
Sure.
Can I have it?
You got it.
Oh.
Well, no, there's more than one. Could you share with her? There's more than one, and there's some extra pictures there.
Am I always going to be a partner?
Sometimes.